everybody? All right, we've got a little bit of a double camera going on at the moment because I'm still working on clearing my desk before we get to like mixing paints today. I wasn't sure I was gonna stream today, but I was like, you know, if I'm gonna be sitting and mixing these paints and maybe doing a little bit of drawing later, it might be fun to just kind of like chat with you guys while I do it. So that's what we're doing today. I had some trouble getting the music balanced. Now it sounds like really quiet. I don't know what it is, chat. But I'm always having audio issues. One of these days, I'm just gonna have like the perfect setup and I'm not gonna have any problems. Well, that's... there's always gonna be problems, chat. But you know what I mean. Limited issues. Alright, well guys, I've turned up a little so I can hear it. And if it ends up too loud, let me know and I'll fix it. Alright, so we gotta rehydrate these. They're not as dry as they were last time. And I sprayed them earlier today and they just kind of like sat, so now I need to do some mixing. So we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna make some space first because my desk is a little bit cluttered. Don't need this. That actually belongs in my other desk. Yeah, chat, I was away from home for a couple months. And so I just got back and it's like, I kind of want to reorganize my desk and space. Like I moved this table. Normally it was like facing along this wall. I pushed it so it faces the other side and now it's easier to get to the window, which is nice. And it just kind of feels nice that I'm not like facing the sunlight directly. It makes it a little bit softer. This is all the paper I packed along and I was supposed to have these like all filled with paintings by the time I came home. And guess who didn't do that? Me. Me, just me. We got this guy back home. My one sister wants this. So when she visits, I have to give it to her. We also need to cut it into like a proper size. We could also do that today. Maybe today's like get my little side quests all in order type of day. Also, we need to return some of my pencils to their original cases. I had them in this like chocolate container for travel, but I mixed like everything in one case. Alright, this is kind of like an organizing stream, chat. I didn't even know that was gonna happen, but here we are. 5B. Where's this one? This one's 2H. So that belongs. My allergies still bothering me. So sorry guys if I'm like snuffling while I'm streaming. Feel bad for you guys. Alright, we got that. And got my eraser. We have to get back into doing charcoal stuff, guys. We really do. Ooh, that's messy. Eraser. Chad, do you remember where I was keeping my... No, this is my Vine charcoal, which I absolutely love. I think I got this on Amazon. No, I got it at Blick, I think. It's just Creative Mart. And they're like full sticks of the smoothest, different sizes. But like, they're like not perfectly straight, which shows that they're like actually like a vine. I don't know why, but like makes it so much cooler than just like compressed charcoal. I don't know. I really like them. I highly recommend if you want to get into charcoals, get yourself some Vine charcoal. Really fun. One of my better purchases. I don't remember where I keep these. I don't think I put them here. I had them somewhere because the day we were drawing that portrait of Merlin. Oh, you know what? I have a box full of extra supplies. either. Like my regular colored pencils. Chad, I need to do just like a stream where I show you guys like all my stuff. Alright, well, I don't know where these belong at the moment, but I do know the micron pens need to go back in here. And then our eraser. Unless I was storing them. Chad, I have some really fun ink that we need to use. I got this one. I think it needs fixed up a little bit. Chad, it's separated. That's a thing? It has like a bunch of little particles in it now, but it's a fun ink. It'll still work. It's like a reddish brown color, and it's really fun to draw with. I feel like we need to do, I need to use my pour inks because I got like a huge bottle of it and I've barely used it. And we have some, I have some like baby canvases in here as well. It would be fun to do some oil paintings. I really need to get back into oil painting. That's not gonna happen today though, chat, but I'm seeing it in our future. It might be nice to do like the small canvases. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, so these charcoals, I think what I did is I accidentally threw out the little container I was using for them. So I'm just gonna stick them with my paintbrushes for now. And I'll for sure remember that later. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we got our ink. Let me move this paper out of the way because it's about to get really messy. And my eraser, I think I stuck that here. Alrighty, chat. This is my giant watercolor tablet I was telling you all about, which I've been meaning to show you. See how big this is? And it has, oh my gosh, how many sheets did it have originally? Oh dear. I store a lot of my paintings in here so they don't get bent. And I definitely just bent them. Alright, chat, there was originally, I bought this probably 5 years ago. There were 30. I think we're down to, we can count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 left. So actually I've used a ton. I did break down a couple into here. But yeah, that's my giant watercolor paper tablet thing, which I don't like. Remember guys, I was saying I don't even like it. The paper just it lifts the pigment way too easy, and I noticed that it's really easy to kind of like break the surface of the paper as well. Not ideal for layering, which is like essential for watercolor artists. So wouldn't recommend, chat. I think if you were, even like if you were inking, I don't think I'd recommend it because then the tooth of the paper is too, it's too like thick, you know? Like it's too deep. I like saran wrap this thing so that it would not like crack everywhere, and then all this pigment would end up in my suitcase. And then I just keep the saran wrap for next time I travel. And it seemed to work. But chat, I don't think I'm gonna fly with gouache paints again. I know that sounds like, oh yeah, that's pretty obvious because they're wet paint. And like, I've already blown through almost all, okay, maybe not. But I blew through like half trying to rehydrate these last time. And like, that's just not practical. So next time I travel, I'm just gonna bring my watercolors, not my gouache paints, which would be a little sad because, you know, I love my gouache paints now. Didn't love them in the beginning because I couldn't quite figure them out, but I feel like I'm really starting to enjoy them. But you know what? We have to like keep up with our watercolor skills too, chat, so it'll be good. We might start doing some watercolors. All right, let me move the camera so you guys can watch me mix paints. I'm assuming, yeah, I think they're a little hydrated now, so I'm hoping that it's not gonna be as hard as it was last time I rehydrated these. Alrighty, let me just move this here, chat. The camera's about to get a little bit crazy. Everyone hang on. Da, da, da. Whoa. Just adjust this here. And move this cable. Make sure you guys can see downward. Although I feel like, chat, we may not want it that close. That's probably good. Boom. You guys can see the paint. Try and get it to focus. Is it focused? It looks like it's not. Come on, camera, be good to me. I think I'm gonna tilt it up just a little bit. Alright, guys. Time to get to mixing paints. Where? Oh, here it is. Alright, so chat, last time, what did I do? I think I ended up... It gets a bit messy. I'll just use this rag I used before. I think I'm gonna take them out and then mix them. That way I don't accidentally spill over, because you guys know I can be a bit messy. And I spilled them a lot last time. Yeah, last time I think I dried them out almost too much. Like, as long as they're not like pouring like liquid, you can really travel with them. Like, as long as you can turn them over and they're not pouring out, it's gonna be fine. So hopefully it won't be as hard today. I'm hoping. Usually I just kind of like go in stages. I was reading on, is it Reddit? Oh no, it was in a YouTube video. Someone was talking about how the consistency of the gouache should be like melted ice cream. So that's what we're going for today. This one's like straight up vanilla ice cream. Right now it's kind of like toothpaste. So we gotta add a fair amount of liquid still to this one. I kind of wish I had a... We do end up losing some paint also while rehydrating, which is a little bit sad. I kind of wish I had like a toothpick, because I feel like there's too much surface area on this palette knife. But my only other palette knife, chat, is this one. It's huge. Well, it's not like there's definitely bigger ones, but definitely too big for mixing. Alright, chat, check the consistency. Oh, it's getting better. It's getting ice creamy. I'm making a mess. Alright, fair warning to people who get triggered by like sticky or messy things. I would not watch today's stream. This is your warning. Because it's gonna get messy. That's alright, I read that these paints are non-toxic, so it should be okay to get it on my hands. Which is definitely an upside of these. Okay, that's looking pretty darn good. Let's see, chat. That's looking like melted ice cream. It's giving melted ice cream. I think we're doing good. All right, let's do another one. Let's do the other white one since we've already got our palette knife pretty messy. We almost dropped it. Where is the mouse? Oh, here it is. Let me just make sure Okay, everything seems to be running. Oh, this one is much more hard. See how like, man, this one, interesting that like they're both white paints. I mean, I think one's titanium white and then one's, what's the other one? I used to have the, I think I threw it out, chat. I had a card that told me what the colors were. But they're actually two different whites. They don't look different, but they are. They are different, trust me. Which may explain why this one dried out easier. I don't know. Man, this one's gonna take a while, chat. I think we may have to just like, I'm gonna fold in the edges. And then we're just gonna spray it again, I think. Guys, do you want like a closer look at me mixing the paints? Let me know and I'll move the camera even closer. Like you guys want to see the details, let me know. Because aren't there like, I feel like it's a thing, I haven't really watched them, but there's like paint mixing, like visual ASMR videos. Oh no, I'm spilling it. Alright, we may have to let this one sit. It doesn't want to combine just yet. This one's gonna be harder. Alright, we need a little bit more. The wind, hey! Hey, I can't stay for long because my computer's being terrible right now. Oh man, that sucks. But I just want to let you know I haven't forgotten about the streams and I've just been really busy. And also I finished the walls of the village. Yo, let's go. Anyways, bye. Well, thank you for stopping by, the wind. Hope you have a nice rest of your day and your computer starts to do better. Chat, that's the worst when your computer's acting up. I'm actually like still on my laptop here at home because I need to update my PC. And it's getting pretty old, so there's some components from both my brother's computers that they don't need anymore, and so I'm gonna get upgrades. I'm very excited. But it's also like, it's kind of like annoying. It's like something you keep putting off. It's like an update for your computer. Like you don't want to do it. Hey, friend of mine sent me to your live link. What are we working on right now? Yo, tell your friend thank you. Also, welcome. Right now, I am rehydrating my gouache paints because I was recently traveling and I had to dry them out a little bit before I could fly so they didn't spill everywhere. And so we're rehydrating them, which is taking, unfortunately, longer than I was hoping for. But how are you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for the weekend. Actually, I think this is working, chat. It's a bit sticky, but it's starting to come together. See here? It's still pretty thick, but it's coming together. Oh, I don't know how to gouache lol. That's super cool. Yeah, I recently W shirt, by the way. Thank you. You know, my brother found this at a thrift store and he's like, yo, I gotta get this for my sister. So it's like a W shirt and also like a W find. Like thrift stores where it's at. W brother, yeah. I'll tell him you said that. Yeah, but I'm actually new to gouache paint, so we haven't done too much. We've done a couple paintings on stream. I'm still learning how to like layer them. It doesn't help that I have to keep drying them out and then rehydrating them. But we're getting there. I'm hoping like over the next couple months to get a little bit more comfortable with them. This one just does not want to hydrate as easy as the other one did. They're kind of like, it still sticks together. It's not giving melted ice cream, which is what it's supposed to do. It's close. I can feel it. I think we might need to let this one sit. Gotta let it cook, you know. I used to do watercolor all the time, but now I primarily digital, unless I get a headache, which in that case, I'll sketch on paper. Yeah, I mostly do digital too, but recently I'm getting back into like, I do watercolors as well, but I'm getting back into it with gouache. But I feel you. It's tough with the digital when you get like headaches. Oh, chat, I should have brought water. But digital's fun and it's so convenient, and like I have to say, there are a lot of times, guys, where I don't want to mess with physical paint because it's so messy. So yeah, not gonna lie, I do mostly do digital, but I'm returning to my roots a little bit. Slowly. I feel like both are really fun. What kind of like art do you like to make, both digitally and watercolor as well? I'd love to know. I want to get back at watercolors though, chat, because I feel like I got good at it, but I don't know if I'd be as confident. Although I did just do, guys, I totally forgot. I did like two dog portraits a couple months ago, so I haven't been out of it that long. I feel guilty using my materials as well, or as if that's literally why I got them. No, I literally feel the same way though. Like, even just mixing these paints, knowing that like a little gets on my hands or ends up on the rag, like I feel like I'm wasting them. Like, I don't want to be wasting paints. That's what it's for. Like, let me show you something. I have so much of that same problem. Check this out. Here's my graphite pencils. I've had these for a hot minute. I usually stick with character design. Oh, let's go. And comics. I'm actually storyboarding right now while I'm watching. Oh my gosh, let's go. Yo, I studied storyboarding and I consider myself like still a storyboard artist, but I haven't done too much recently. I really need to get back into it. But yeah, here's my graphite pencils, and this is literally the only one I've like used the most of. And it's like there's so much pencil, like why do I feel like I don't want to like use them? But yeah, so there's that. And then I bought like years ago, I bought these, chat, and I think I was talking about this before on stream, that I need to use these like colored pencils. They're super fun, but I like have barely used them. I think I've only used like a lot of the lighter colors the most for like blending. They're really fun because they're so pretty just sitting there in the case somehow. I don't want to disturb them. No, same. Yeah, but we gotta do it, chat. We gotta start using our supplies because, you know, you can't take it with you. So at some point, I have to force myself to start using like all of my stuff. But streaming has helped. I feel like it helps me to be like, okay, you know, like Emma, you're gonna use them intentionally, you know? And streaming like makes me feel, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Like, no, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. It's like when someone's like expecting you to... Chat, I've literally lost the English word for that. I'm also booty at coloring, so despite all my colors and whatnot, I just tremble in the purse and whip out the tablet instead. Okay, but like mixing colors and doing colors with physical paints is like a whole different ball game. Like, if I color digitally, I'm like so much more confident. But like when I have to like mix paints, I'm telling you, I'm also scared. Like I don't know what it is. I'm like, I want my perfect little like color picker thing, you know, where you can get the exact color you want. Cause like we are limited by pigments in real life, but there is something so convenient. about digital art when it comes to coloring too. Alright, chat, I really don't even use the black paint, so I'm not gonna worry about getting it perfect. Let's move on to green here. Also, I don't know about you, but like, storyboarding doesn't use much color, so when I was like doing almost only storyboarding, I like pretty much, yeah, I went back to like level 0 of coloring like skill. It was not great. So I was like, I need to pick up some projects that use some color. Because it's like, it's one of those things you could spend years and years studying. Okay, this one's not too bad. It's not as sticky as the other one. I think I'm gonna be able to get this one mixed up pretty good soon. I try to do more coloring, but the moment I start to render, I forget how to do everything I learned. That is like that's literally me. That is. I'm working on like illustrating a children's book, my own children's book. And man, like I was so excited like to storyboard that thing. I just did it, you know, like didn't procrastinate or anything. And like line work, I procrastinated for a little bit, but I got it done fairly fast. But now I'm into like the coloring part of it and like rendering out. Oh, I am just like, I'm feeling so like stuck. I know it just is so intimidating. And like I've recolored the first same like page probably like 4 times now. And I'm just like, I think I'm just gonna have to accept that it's not gonna be 100% how I wanted it to be. That's a tough pill to swallow. Like, why is coloring so hard? Like, I want to like practice so much that I'm never like scared of it anymore. But the problem is to do that, you gotta do it. We just gotta put on our Nike shoes and do it, guys. I'm low-key tempted to get someone to render my webcomic for me and I'll just do everything else. Honestly, yeah. I think I would do that too. I'm feeling that way with my book, where I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But I know, like, once I do it, I'll feel, like, proud of myself, so... Like, I just gotta stick with it. But honestly, sounds like a good idea. Are you doing storyboards right now for your webcomic? Or are you storyboarding for something else? I feel like storyboarding for comics has, like, its own set of challenges. Because you really have to like think about like how people are gonna read through the pages. That's something I've never done. It sounds hard. I thought about it, you know, like I did a little bit of that when I was doing my book, but it's not quite the same. Storyboarding for the webcomic right now. Nice! Very cool. What's your webcomic about? Chat, I need to read more comics and like webcomics in general. I read a ton when I was like in my late teens, but I've like gotten out of it and I really don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. This literally looks like slime green. It's giving slime. It's not very satisfying. Oh boy. Also, this might be a really long question. If you're working and you don't want to like give a whole long response, just let me know and you'll have to, because I know what it's like when you're trying to like multitask. It's not easy, especially since storyboarding takes so much focus. So no worries. You can always tell me about it later, which is all good. Try not to spray this like all over me. I'm pretty sure it's safe. It's just safe and non-toxic, but I'd still rather not spray it all over me. I'm skeptical. We're almost, I would say, a fourth way through these paints. The one red looks like this one. That one's gonna be easy. I'm surprised that one didn't spill while it was in my suitcase. That's a little bit more. I might get bored and not mix all these today. We'll do as much as we can, and then we might start doodling a little bit. That might be fun. Because I haven't done too much drawing today. I worked on the children's book a bit, and I did some warm-up, like gesture drawing, but that's about it. That's not enough, you know? Although it might be fun to paint something. Oh no, chat. We're gonna figure it out. Alright, that should be enough. Here's how it looks when it starts, chat. You can see it's kind of breaking a little. But it is very thick. It's a psycho thriller drama. Oh, focusing on two guys that knew each other in high school, but after years of no contact, they reconnect only for one to be obsessed with the other, who has since become a killer. Oh no. And they work through their relationship and the crimes. Yo, I do love me like crime drama, like genre. I'm gonna have to read your webcomic. Where does one find your webcomic? I need to know. As soon as I can make some more money, I really want to get like maybe like a webtoon subscription. Because I feel like last time I was on there, you could barely read anything for free, which was really sad. But I mean, like, I shouldn't say that because I'm an artist and I realize like we need to get paid to live. So I'm also broke. You know what I mean? It's called Watching Static. Okay, I haven't posted it yet. Oh, got you. But I plan on it being on Webtoon. Okay, well let me know. I will be posting about it on my socials. Okay, let me know. Let me know when it's out. Also, what's your Instagram? So I can follow you. That way I can keep up with it there too. Alright, this one's coming together. I'm Dexterly on all platforms. Okay, let me look you up right now so I don't forget. Make sure I got this spelled right, because I'm dyslexic and I have a really hard time with spelling everything. 0 to 10, wouldn't recommend having dyslexia. Not that it's a choice. Is like your profile? Is your profile this? So I got the right one? Oh yeah, wait, that is you because that's your profile. Oh my gosh, chat. That's your profile on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Yo, your art's good. What do you mean you're not good at coloring? Chat. They are a liar. Alright, I followed you. I gotta stay up to date on your webcomic. Someday it'd be fun to try doing a comic. If I ever do, I'm gonna need help and advice, so I might come asking for help. I don't know what I'm doing when I color them out. I followed you back, thank you! I don't know, it looks like you know what you're doing. I have a suspicion that you're just like most artists where they think they're not good, but they actually are. That's a very common thing with artists. I don't know what it is with us. Alright, this one, look how nice this is. Very creamy. It's a little thicker than melted ice cream, but I think I like it like that. Because I don't want to fill it too high, otherwise it'll start to pour over the edges. And then it'll get really messy. OMG, are you an army? Chat, they found out. Yes, I am an army. I'm assuming you're also army. It's very rare that anyone knows what that even means. I have a bracelet my cousin gave me. Oh, I'm not wearing it today because I don't think I pulled out my suitcase yet. And seeing them in August? Oh my gosh, let's freaking go. That's awesome. Bro, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm just absolutely loving all the pictures and videos from their tours so far. Like, absolutely in love. Chat, we need to do some more BTS fan art. Yeah, I want to do some more. I gotta do some more, but the problem is I chicken out. You know, where it's like you wanna do like a portrait or something fun, but then it's like you have really high expectations for yourself when you're like a fan of something, like, because you know exactly what they look like, you know, and like if you mess it up, you're just gonna be like devastated. My college yoinked my graduation ceremony since I'm graduating in December, so my mom and I are going to BTS instead as a graduation celebration. Yo, that's like the best. That's like the best celebration way to celebrate, honestly. Also, congratulations ahead of time on graduating. That's awesome. Yeah, make sure you, I don't know if you want to, I mean you can if you want, but you know, post some pictures from the concert. That'd be awesome. Thank you, I'm so ready to graduate. Aw, what did you go to school for? I didn't go to school, but I feel like I don't know if I would have been able to handle like all the homework and stuff. So I have like a lot of respect for people who do. I'm like, I just don't know if I could keep up with it all. It sounds like so much. I feel like the burnout would be real. Film screenwriting! Oh my gosh, I'm getting my BFA. Yo, let's go! That's really cool. Dang, that's awesome. And that's very exciting. Oh, I just spilled some. Okay, we're good, chat. We just need to slow down. Alright, chat. This one's giving me trouble. Looks like melted chocolate, though. Yeah, chat, I don't know how much more of this I want to mix. I'll be posting for the concert for sure. I got, oh, you got floor tickets? Please, Suga, I'm begging. Bro, you got floor tickets? That's gonna be lit. That's so awesome. Oh my gosh. Is Suga your bias? Because respect. Youngie, marry me. I'm hoping my other followers on my YouTube channel are not just like hella confused because I don't know anything about BTS. Suga sees me reading at the concert and we'll see on stage. I mean, you never know. You never know. I love seeing, have you seen like all the pictures of like the people who work like security? Especially that one girl, it was so cute where like Jimin comes up and is like singing next to her and she's just trying to be like so nonchalant and not like be like staring. I just absolutely loved that. I thought that was so cute. I'm like, ARMY is literally the best. I'm like really enjoying all that. Like yeah, I just absolutely love it. I feel like watching the fans' reactions is like so much fun. I see why like BTS gets a kick out of it. Like even me as an ARMY myself, like thoroughly enjoys just watching other ARMY because like they're all so funny. I've only ever seen TXT in concert. Yo, let's go. So I'm a little nervous since I know ARMY is huge. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be with fellow ARMYs. Also, one thing like I found out, I've never been to a concert, but like finding out that like there are so many ARMYs who like make handmade like freebies to give out to other people. Like I know they do that at other concerts too. It's not just BTS concerts, but I was like, that is so wholesome. So you might get some like really cool freebies from some other ARMY. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm bringing a whole extra bag for freebies because I got loaded up at a TXT. Yo, that's awesome. That's awesome. My cousin, she made a whole bunch of like bracelets, like BTS, kind of like friendship bracelet type things with like different members' names and I think some of the like song names as well. And they're gonna give those away. So I was like, it's just so wholesome. Like, what a great idea. I don't know, I never thought of like doing something like that. That's so cute. It is! I should show you. I need to be wearing it. I took it off when I showered, so I forgot to put them back on. Well, let me grab. Also, my hands are getting really messy. I'll show you what, because the ones they made look similar to... See if I can get up without tripping. Ugh. They look similar to the ones that she made me. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that is blue paint. That would have ruined my pants. Okay. I need some BTS stuff. My room is packed with Stray Kids goodies. Yo, your stay too? Okay. Let's go because I freaking love Stray Kids. Okay, let me swap out my hair ties for my bracelets so I can show you. But we got, so here's 7 hearts. And they're nice like little beads. They're like glass beads. They look a little bit more like, I guess mature than like the like little plastic ones. And then the Jongin merch is everywhere, man. Yeah. So we got ARMY, then Stex. Also, sorry for the mispronunciation. I cannot for the life of me pronounce. I have intentions of learning Korean or at least how to read the alphabet at some point, but I haven't done it yet. So we got ARMY, and then my bias is Jimin. So stacked up, it looks pretty cute. But so they're gonna look very similar, bunch of ones like this that she'll be giving away. It's so cute. I need literally. Yeah, well maybe there'll be some ARMY that will be giving away some bracelets that are similar. All right, I'm gonna mix 2 more. That's all I've got in me, chat, and then we might do some painting. I've got 2 more left of me, and then I think I'm just tired of mixing paint. Alrighty. Keep us some blowing everywhere. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, you know what I should show you? I did do, hold up, chat. I did do one fan art, right? I actually painted this a couple years ago. Let me show you. Yo, I had no idea there was a background music on your stream, and I already had music on the tab, and I was like so confused for a minute. Yeah, sorry, I probably had it like down too low that it's like hard to hear if it's actually playing. I've literally been there though. The chat, let me grab this. Let's see if I can keep from dropping it as it's up on my other shelf. Don't mind my floorboards squeaking everywhere. Okay, so chat. My bias wrecker is RM, and I bought his indigo vinyl, and it came with like 3 different like 12-inch by 12-inch like photo things, and one of them was like from the photo shoot that they did. I gotta make sure I don't get paint on it, but I did paint. Wait, let me turn this. You guys can see. I painted this in oils. I did a terrible job painting him, and I got really frustrated, and then I'm just blurring all the edges and was like, it's painterly. But yeah, I just absolutely love like the photo shoot and the colors and just like the composition of like this whole thing. And I was like, I need to paint this. So wait, I love that. Yeah, and I did it on like the same size, so it's 12 inches, so I had 12 inches, and it's on like a wood panel. So it's pretty fun. At some point I will frame it, but I have yet to do that. The lighting, thank you. Yeah, the lighting in the photo like is what really inspired me to paint this. I love that the shadows had a lot of warmth in them. And then it's like contrasted by like these really like earthy blues in the denim. I just like absolutely loved it. So, but you can see like it doesn't really look like RM. And I got really frustrated. I painted it and then it let it sit on my like shelf for a year unfinished. And I was just like, Emma, you just need to finish this thing. But I was so frustrated that it wasn't turning out. So I just did it, and then I just accepted that the face would never look right. But overall, I'm beginning to like it more now that it's been longer since I finished it. Wow, so beautiful. Thank you. So chat, I need to do more, maybe more stuff like that. So it's not like a super close-up portrait, so the details aren't as important. Then I think I wouldn't be as intimidated. I don't know. Because it's pretty intimidating doing that kind of stuff, like portraits. Maybe once we're gonna draw some more portraits on stream, and then hopefully I can build my confidence back up. I also have been wanting to do K-pop fan art, but I also get intimidated too. LOL. Yeah, it's like, so like I did the ducks, and even that scared me. And I'm like, they don't even look like, you know, like they're duck versions. Like, why is this intimidating for me? I draw ducks all the time. For some reason it was. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Dun, dun, dun. I need to get like more, I need to like get more frames to hang my artwork in my room. Right now I have a lot of like, I have like 3 portraits I did like years ago, and I like rearranged my art, and now I don't really have room to hang them. So I gotta rethink my life, because like I really want them hanging up where I can see them better. But the only fan art that I've done was a Mother's Day card from my mom with Hyunjin and Felix in like a meme format. Yo, that's awesome! Yo, is your mom's day too? Let's go. I have tried really hard to get my mom into K-pop. She is, I have to say, I'm a little bit jealous. I'm like, I want my mom to be a K-pop stan too. But I've gotten her to listen to like K-pop music. There's a couple ATEEZ songs she'll listen to. She'll listen to some Eric Nam. Yeah, so I'm getting her into it slowly. All it took was one Skids Code video. Oh, okay, yo. Maybe I'm just going at it the wrong way. you know? I think I just need to like full send her into something like that. Bro, I've been seeing clips of them recently. They were playing some, I don't know what game it was, but it was like all of them were all playing some video game, and it's just cracking me up. You gotta show the moms the funny stuff, and then they'll get into the music. Okay, I think you're onto something. I think I've been doing it backwards. I've been like trying to get her into the music and then get her like to show her the funny stuff, but maybe we gotta reverse psychology this one. I think this is the way. Also, back to like kind of like art in general. The like BTS 2.0 music video, like I'm sure you've seen it. Wasn't that just like insane? I love the like visual transitions they used, especially with like the shadows on the back wall. Like I was freaking out while watching it because my mom became an AT stan all on her own. What? Just one random Tuesday? Yo, let's go. Okay, ATs is crazy. I'm slowly working on like getting to know all the members better. I've been like 18y for years. But I need to really lock it in because my cousin, the one who's making like all the bracelets, she absolutely loves ATs. And she's like, I need you to get into them more. And I'm like, well, I'm really into their music. I just haven't watched too much of their stuff yet. So I really gotta pick up the slack and watch more of their like, what are their like, what's their equivalent of like BTS Run episodes? Like whatever their version of that is. I've watched a fair amount of interviews. Or when they're on, what's that YouTube series that does, it's like they just always are like, have everybody just with the mic and they'll sing their songs. This is not very specific. There's a lot of interview shows like that. But it's usually just them singing. There isn't usually like any interview. I've watched like all of their stuff on that, which I really love. But I'm trying to memorize their names. I feel like a lot of boy groups have these beautiful photo shoots and videos. They're also inspiring, literally. Yeah, I absolutely love watching all the music videos. At the end, I always pause it when it's going through the credits and I'm like, who is their storyboard artist? You know, because like it'd be literally like a dream of mine to storyboard a music video. And they often don't list a storyboard artist. I think they categorize them under like the art team usually. But I'm like, like how fun would that be? I mean, it'd be a lot of pressure, like, oh my gosh. But still, I love music. Music is like my biggest hobby, I would say. Next to like language learning. And I just feel like I love the whole idea of like visually storytelling along with music. It's like my two worlds colliding. So at some point, I really want to do one. I did make like a fan version music video animatic of one of Taemin's songs. I kind of want to do more stuff like that in the future. I started actually doing one for Bruno Mars's song, God Was Showing Off. What's the title of that song? Showing Off? I don't know, but I started making one. Makes me want to do an AMV so bad. Yeah, honestly, that would be fun to get into. There's some people make some really good ones. I'm like, I got too many hobbies. All right, this purple one, we're gonna end on the purple one because that's like halfway and it's also a great color. And I'm not biasly saying that because I'm ARMY, for sure. Oh my gosh, have you tried the BTS Oreo cookies? Chat, even if you don't know who BTS is, if you like Oreo cookies and you like cinnamon and like pancake type flavor and just like a really delicious cookie, Even my brothers who are not Army said they're the best Oreo cookies they've ever had. And so, chat, try the BTS Oreo cookies. They're literally amazing. I translated the gecko's message, good evening. I can write much now because I'm busy, but I'm watching. Wait, Gecko, you're here? I'm so sorry, Gecko, I didn't see your message. Guten Abend, ich kann leider nicht viel schreiben, weil ich beschäftigt bin, aber ich sehe zu. I'm glad you're here, Gecko. Sorry I didn't see your message till so much later. Sorry, I was getting distracted. I wasn't sure I was gonna actually stream today, but I'm here. Sorry for not translating myself, not trying to be rude. Thanks for translating. Oh, you're good, Gecko. Yeah, I told Gecko not to to write in English because Gecko's helping me learn German. I haven't tried the Oreos, but I really want to. They're really good. But yeah, chat, that's why I really like it when Gecko writes in German because I don't know if you guys know, I am learning German. And Gecko's been helping me a lot. So I was like, Gecko, please write in German because I need to practice. I think there's like, if you right click your, somewhere on the screen in like Google, there's like, should be an option for like auto translate to English or whatever your base language is you have your Chrome set to. And I'm not sure if that will automatically translate chat. I think I turned off automatic translation because we're having trouble where it like wouldn't let it send messages. No problem about the translation. I don't know if you post your VODs or not, LOL. Only reason I translated it. Oh, got you. Yeah, I do post them. I do. Whoop. Oh my gosh, I spilled this out. Yeah, at some point, chat, we need to also work on that dog painting we were working on before. I haven't finished that, Gecko. We were working on, it's like a digital artwork of 2 dogs in a rearview mirror. And it's turning out really cute. But again, like I was kind of getting a bit intimidated by trying to like shade and color it. This one's being really sticky. But we gotta get back at it, chat. I feel like Dixerly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, has inspired me to like keep at it. And we got to conquer coloring. We gotta do it. So we're gonna do it. You're pronouncing it right. Yo, chat, I'm actually pronouncing it right. I have a hard time. I have a hard time sometimes. I always feel bad. Like I don't want to pronounce people's names wrong. I like your name. It's fun to say. Alrighty. This one's kind of overflowing. Thank you. Yeah, chat, it's overflowing. But it still needs more. It's alright. Oh, Gecko, here, let me show you. I was showing you the graphite pencils the other day. This is what the whole set looks like, because I'm back home now. And let me open these up. Ooh. Okay. So, I think I was showing you like the lightest one. That was this one. And then I just have them in order of like, oops. Lightest to darkest. But it's a nice set. It has a lot of like variety. So, it's just called Marco Raffine? I think it's French. It could be Italian. Which I cannot pronounce, but this is it. It's a nice little set. And then it also has a little guide here too. But they're marked on the pencils as well. They're good ones. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I do gotta go. Good luck with your rehydrating and the rest of your stream. Thank you. It was fun chatting with you. Hope you have a good rest of your Friday. And I'll be keeping an eye on your Instagram for updates on your webcomic. It's very exciting. Alright, chat. This one's almost done. I think we're gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna give all the other paints a quick spray. And then we're gonna pull out some paper and maybe paint something quick. Because I feel like I want to do something that's more fun than just mixing paints. Well, I should probably get some water because I will need to clean the brushes at some point. Not bad, we got half of them done. These are the not done ones. A little bit dry, but these ones, this green one looks good. I'd really like if all of them could get to there. We're getting there. Let me just spray these. Try and keep it from hitting me. Yeah, I need to look and see if we have any like toothpicks or something. Because I don't love doing this with the palette knife. All right, that should be enough. Dun, 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 dun. Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't get more paint on my hands than I have. All right, tap. I don't know if I'm going to... Chat, should we paint with watercolors? That might be fun. Let's give the gouache paints a break since I haven't fully mixed them. Let me show you my watercolor palette. Where is... Oh, it's over here. This palette is literally so nice. If you guys... Although, I'm sure there's other ones out there, but this is one my teacher had, so I ended up getting it too. It has a nice lid on it, and it has like little rubber feet so it doesn't slide around. And you can use the lid for mixing colors as well as in this part, which I left really messy. But I think we might need to add a little more of this paint. I've been meaning to get around. Oh yeah, look, chat. Let's clean this palette and add new paints to it. We really need to do that. All right, let me grab my paints. I'll grab my paints. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna be right back, chat. So I'm gonna put on my be right back. I'm not actually getting tea, but I will be right back. All right, chat, we're back. I got some water for both me and the paints. And we're going to hydrate these. Also, it's getting too bright. It's getting a bit dark. Make sure you guys can see everything. It's a bit darker then. It'll be alright. Alright, chat, we're going to clean this up. This is honestly, I think, still dirty from when I did the dog portrait. Yeah, because I used a lot of these like warm purple blues in her coat. So I need to clean this. I know this is wasting a bit of paint, but as you guys can see, it's gotten pretty muddy, and I don't like to use too muddy a paint for that long. We'll get the most of it out. What do I have to say, chat? I really do love how easy watercolor is to clean. There's really nothing like it. It's just like so convenient. Like, it comes out so fast. I mean, the gouache does too, which is nice. It's like whenever I use watercolors, I'm like, oh, this is why I don't usually paint with oils, because oils are such a pain to clean. I just feel like I haven't found a good, like, I don't like the paint thinners or cleaners because they're really like a strong smell, and I usually get a headache from them. I don't really like that about oil painting. So chat, if you have any recommendations for like oil paint cleaners or thinners that don't give you headaches and are like non-toxic, please let me know. So I am hoping to do some oils again at some point, and something's got to change because I don't like the ones I have right now. There's a lot of paint stuck in this corner. Let's see if we can get it out with this. There you go, that's better. I might use a brush I don't love. This one. This one's like my scrubber brush. This poor thing is so abused. I just use it to clean the edges out. I do have a nice picture of like a sunset in a tree that I took. We might do that. It'd be something quick because it's really just like a silhouette of a tree, but it'd be something fun to do. A little last hurrah before the weekend. Something fun to paint. I was thinking about working more on the children's book, but after this morning I was just like, I could tell I wasn't with it, you know? And I really don't want to make mistakes. I have to like backtrack even more. So I decided to make the executive decision to not work on that. And I was like, why don't I get my art supplies in order? Because my little art desk over here needed a lot of love. Oh yeah, this is the cleanest it's been in a hot minute. Like, satisfying. Okay, that seems good. Let's also clean out, before we add more paints, you can see I've gotten the little trays a bit muddy. So let's clean those out. This one's always a bit dirty. We will end up wasting a little bit of paint, but I'd really rather not have my new paints end up super muddy, so it'll be right there. Watercolors also last a long time. Like, it's been a hot minute since I refilled this. And I used a lot of paint when I was doing those dog portraits. A lot in watercolor terms, not very much in oil painting terms. It's very different. This one's pretty much all empty. I think this is like my cobalt blue. This one's pretty clean. And this is our... What is the name of this paint? It's like, almost looks like black, but it's actually like a really dark blue. Payne's Gray, that's what it's called. I wouldn't call it a gray, but that's what it's called. Let's get this cleaned out. This is like my most transparent yellow. And so it gets pretty messy and muddy pretty easily. Alright, that should be good. There's like barely any left in there anyway. I'm gonna clean the back here. My reds, I think we need a little bit more of this really warm red here. Alright, and then these chat, this is why I'm glad I got some gouache paints. I was actually using like a white watercolor as like a gouache anytime I was trying to like revive highlights, and I never really got it to work that well. My teacher told me to buy gouache, but for some reason I forgot and I bought white watercolor paint, and so it never worked as well. So I think I'm just gonna clean these all out because they're all contaminated with the white paint, and then I can't use all of these. So I've been putting it off, cleaning this out. It was good we're doing it. This feels like a spring cleaning paint stream, not gonna lie. I feel like paper towels are really convenient, but I hate like going through all of them. So I just use like this old rag and you can just like wash it out. Because all the paints I use with this, like this is my gouache and watercolor rag, they're like all water soluble, so just let it soak in some water for a bit and it all comes out pretty much. The only thing is like sometimes you need to like scrub away or like dab up water and colored paint like while you're painting, and I found this does not soak up water that well, so I don't use it for that. Then I will use still the paper towels, but I'm using a lot less than I used to use. Yeah, this is the white paint. Here's what we're gonna do, chat. I think I might put some of the white gouache in with this and let it dry, because that would be nice to have. And I'm not gonna fill it back up with the white watercolor. Now that we got the real deal. I really wish I would have tried gouache paints earlier in my career. But I never I didn't know anyone who used them. And I didn't see too many people online, for some reason in my feed, using them. I don't know if they've just gotten more popular recently or they just happen to be in my feed now. But yeah. Okay, this tray over here that's stained blue, this is this one shade of blue I have. It's called, I think it's Phthalo Blue? Yeah. And it is the strongest stain. It will even stain your paintbrushes. So I try to be really careful when I use it, not to let it mix. But if you're looking for like a really I would call it like a warm blue, this is the one I use. It's a brand also my teacher. Shout out to my art teacher. Sorry, I flipped it for you guys. She used this brand and really recommended it, and I always loved her paints. Sometimes she would like show us kind of like the difference between the student grade ones and fur ones, and there's definitely a difference. So like this side of my palette is all the like professional grade paints, and then I keep all the student grade ones over here. And I use them all like interchangeably. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But if I am painting like reds that I want to have stay like really bright, it's better to go. I've had like better luck with the professional grade ones. Something about reds, they just seem to fade over time faster. I think when I painted like a barn scene at one of my art classes, and I'm pretty sure my teacher let me use her reds because she was like, no, you want to make sure that these last. So that was nice of her. Yeah, chat, I know I was talking about doing like a stream where I show you guys all my art, and I'm still intending on doing that. Just not today. I need to kind of like collect them from around the house. I have a lot. We could probably just start with like just the ones in my room as well, because I got plenty up here too. Got paintings for days. I have like a whole folder here of watercolor paintings. Alright, that's looking pretty good. We're actually almost out of this. Oops. Blue over here. I want to very carefully pick up some of this phthalo blue. I have stained this brush before, so I'm not too worried about it. This one I just left empty. And then I have a green that I use that it's just like a cheater's green, where like if I don't feel like mixing a pretty standard green shade, there's this one that's like, it's not too cool, it's not too warm, and I can kind of just like push it either way. Try to see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a nice shade of green. And then I have actually, chat, here's what I do. I like to have 2 different yellows on my palette. And so these are like my clean yellows, which I ended up getting dirty because I was being lazy. But these are my dirty yellows. And so these are the yellows I use when I'm mixing like greens and stuff like that. And I don't care about my palette like getting mixed up. But sometimes you want like your pure yellows disturbed, because yellows tend to like get mixed and muddied really fast. So I do like to keep those separate. Sehr interessant, auch diese Seite deines Handwerks mal zu sehen. Yeah, we're gonna do... Oh my gosh, Gecko, I wish I could just respond in German, but my brain never allows for me. Oh my gosh. My brain never allows for me to just switch. Chat, I need a moment to like kick into German gear. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some of my paintings at some point. We're gonna do it. I think, who was it? Was it also... Who was in chat the other week, Gecko? Was it The Wind? I think they wanted to see also. No, I think it was Sam. I think they wanted to see some of those. So we'll have to wait till we see Sam again as well and let them know when I'm gonna be doing it. Possibly next week. I might do where I show you guys all my paintings. I don't know. We'll see how next week goes. We're gonna see. Alright, let me clean these up. So you guys can see. This one's really, really dirty. And this one too. Gecko, I read through what you said, but my brain for some reason couldn't translate it, but I finally understand what you said. I'm sorry, I took too long of a break. I need to get back into speaking German. Yeah, it is interesting to see, like, especially with the physical paints, there's a lot more little steps and like preparation it takes. And this is like something I've been putting off, but it's good to it's good every once in a while to like tidy up your palette And it's like one of those things that I feel like nobody really thinks about unless you're actually an artist. But nobody even really realizes like, oh, Emma's just gonna sit for like an hour and like clean up her paints. It's not very exciting, to tell the truth. Es ist nicht sehr interessant. Wahrscheinlich ein bisschen langsam zu schauen und zu sehen. But we're gonna do it. It's like cleaning your room. You just gotta do it. Okay, this one is super muddy. I think the ones closest to me are the professional grade paints. I think these are my student grade. Yeah, that makes sense because I put them on that side. Yeah, that's what I did, chat. Also interesting, if I remember correctly, they use honey in the professional grade watercolor paints, so they're actually always a little bit sticky. And even when you're like mixing your brush with them, you can feel it like stick just a little bit. But it creates like a really smooth like pigment. I don't know what they do, but it works. Somehow. Okay, this one's super dirty. Somehow. So I have this brush, guys. It's nice, it's big, but like all the bristles always fall out of it. So there's just like random paint bristles all in my palette. So it's a bit messy. Oh, I keep splashing the thing with water. Okay. That one's pretty clean. Okay, let's see, chat. I think we're ready to add the paints. I think this is clean enough. It's about as clean as it's gonna get. I'm going to clean the rag after this. Alright, let me show you guys. There's another one of the bristles that fell off. Let me show you guys my paints. Honestly, brand-wise though, I don't think it's that important. I'm just using the ones I have because they're the ones I have, but there are a lot of like good student grade ones. I'm just using these ones too because I think even the student grade ones were ones my watercolor teacher recommended. It's funny how like, depending on, actually we don't need any of these reds, chat. Depending on who you have your teacher, like whatever paint brands they're using, odds are you'll end up using. And then there's really no rhyme or reason to it. I've heard the Windsor and Newton water, like professional ones, are really good. I have, so the student grade ones are called Cotman watercolors, but it's by Windsor and Newton, and these are my student ones, and I think they honestly work fine. I mean, like, clearly the pigment's not as, it's like not as smooth and it's like thick as the professional ones. It's kind of hard to see on camera the difference, but it's like you almost feel the difference when you're painting with them too, especially when you're glazing. Wait, I don't need these ones. Why do I keep opening them? Chat, I need to hide the red ones from me. Okay, here's our yellows. This one's Hansa Yellow Deep. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And that one almost got stuck. Hold up. There's still water in there. I didn't clean this one very well, actually, chat. Let's clean this up a little bit. I like my yellows really clean. Alright, now we're ready. Let's remove that from there too. I actually need more clean water, but I don't feel like going up and getting it. Alright, that ought to do it. Probably shouldn't have put my yellows right next to the blue. There are like tiny paint bristles stuck in this yellow one. Let's see if we can pull those out so it doesn't look as messy. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna fill this up. And it comes out of the tube. It's actually pretty liquidy, but it will dry a bit. This yellow is absolutely beautiful. Let me show you guys. But I need to be careful with my brush being dirty. Like, see how vibrant that is? It's like straight out of the tube. Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying. And let me show you the, so that was the professional grade one. And this is what I would call its equivalent, kind of. It's a little different of a color in the student grade. This one's a cooler yellow, in my opinion. Show you this one. And I think you can see a little bit on camera. It's a little hard to see because it's blowing it out. Maybe if I put it down further, but it is much cooler. I need to work on like making sure the lighting. So like it's nice to have a cooler yellow, but I usually end up reaching for warmer yellows because they're a little bit more natural, but it really depends on what you're painting. Still a good yellow. I wonder if they have a color that's a bit cooler yellow, but I feel like the pigment is just like much stronger and more vibrant as it's drying on the professional grade ones. But not enough that it's like a game changer in the sense that like, don't paint whatever you're painting until you have professional. I wouldn't say that. It's just gonna look a little different. You just gotta know what like the outcome's gonna be. Also, chat, can we talk about the difference between the color on the bottle and the color in the tube? Like, look at this, chat. This is what the paint looks like. This is what's on the tube. Like, that is a huge difference. All right, we got our greens in now. I'm kind of like a stickler where I want things to look the same on the outside of the bottle as the inside. I'm one of those people too where like when that happens with like food, I'm like always really disappointed. I'm like, this looks nothing like it. Alright, put that one there. I'm gonna add a little bit more to our dirty yellow section, but not a whole lot. I don't use it that much. I bought these paints at least 4 years ago, I would say, chat. And I still have a fair amount left. Now the professional grade, like this, a lot bigger size. These ones, I imagine the student ones came in bigger size, but for some reason I didn't buy it. Yeah, this is ½ an ounce. This is 0.27, 8 milliliters. This is 15 milliliters. Definitely use it for a while. Okay, now we need our blues. Let me put the reds back. They also came from Blick in these containers, and I still use them. I just listed on the outside the name of it, so I knew it was in there. Yeah, so this is the white paint I bought, and honestly, I think this one has zinc in it. This might be a zinc white. I don't know, I think the gouache white works better, and I should have listened to my teacher and just gotten like white gouache instead of the white watercolor, because it layers up better without being too transparent. This is stay low. Chat, I want to show you this blue. It is so pretty, straight out of the tube. You just want to like paint it everywhere. But it's really, really strong. Right, my paintbrush is a little bit dirty. But look how pretty that is. And it fades out really nice. Also feel like it goes, this blue, if you're trying to make like a lime green, this is the blue you want to go to. Because if you try to mix this like cooler blue, and with the yellow, I've had not as much luck as getting like, let's see, maybe we can mix it here. It's just not as vibrant. You know, I think this is gouache paint I had stuck on here. That's interesting, seeing how that mixes. Yeah, it's not quite as, wait a minute, there we go. Wait, chat, where was it? Oh, here. Yeah, you can see it just like darkens it too much, the green. So if you ever like using watercolors and you really need like a vibrant lime green color, get yourself some phthalo blue and then a really cool yellow. So either this one's still pretty warm. If you get one, this is lemon yellow hue. This is my student one. And if I mix this with that blue, it makes a really nice, vibrant, like lime green. Sometimes it's like such a struggle trying to figure out which pigments will make the exact color you need. This is ultramarine blue, and it is much, much cooler. It's definitely heading more towards the, like I'm used to working digitally, so this is definitely more towards the, like it's almost the same as the gouache color. More towards like the purpley zone. This one looks really great if you start mixing like purples in with it. Like if you're looking for like a cool purple, maybe like partly in like indigo type range, that one works absolutely perfect. Okay, come on. They do get a little bit stuck. Let's pull out some of the water though I put in there so it doesn't take eons to dry. Alright, I think that's it for the professional grade. Now let's pull out our shooting grade cotton one. Where did I put that? Here they are. Okay, so apparently I bought a professional... Wait a minute, chat. Hold up. Is this the one with the white in it? This may be gouache. Maybe I did actually buy a gouache. No, this is watercolor. For some reason I bought white watercolor paint twice. I'm not sure if any of these were actually better than the other. I think it was a pretty close race. But if you need white watercolor to like bring back highlights, I don't recommend the watercolor ones. I recommend getting gouache. Alright, so these are reds. I think this is like my mid warm and cool. Okay, so oh look at that. I have a really cool red. This one's permanent rose. I think this is my coolest one. Dang, these are getting hard to open. I can't remember, chat. These two colors look really similar right now. These ones here. I'm trying to remember which one of these is permanent rose. I used to have it written on the edge. Let's see which one of these looks cooler once I mix it. Were these always so similar? This one's actually giving rose more than the other one, I think. I don't remember these being so similar. Do you get chat? I may have accidentally mixed the same. I may have accidentally poured the same one. Where did we go wrong? Alright, so that's the left one. I don't want to make this mistake. I think we need to see how it looks when it dries. That's going to give us a better clue. Also, when like rehydrating these, it does take longer than like the professional grade ones. Dang, these are pretty close, chat. These are the two ones I did. This is gouache over here. I'm thinking, if I remember right, I know this one's the middle one. I don't think we need this one. I'm pretty sure this, the alizarin and crimson. Yeah, I can't read it. I think, if chat, we're just gonna go with it. I'm pretty sure they're pretty darn similar. One's just slightly warmer, but as you can see, it's pretty darn close. Like pretty close there. We really need to try it straight out of the tube. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Alright, we're just gonna go with it. Let's add this one. I know 100% is the middle one. This is like my warmest red in the student grade, which needs a lot of cleaning up. I reached for this one a lot because it also is a nice like color to mix like warm browns very subtly. Also, it's really transparent, so I use this one a lot when I'm doing skin tones too. Which I wish I had a warmer red in the professional, because both my reds here are low-key like purple reds. Like this one looks straight up purple to me. This one, if it's just closer. This one here, this one is pretty much like straight up purple looking, my opinion. And then this one's more red, but it's still cooler. So like my warmest red is this one. And so I think it would be nice to get a more professional grade watercolor in the warmer. So at some point I need to break down and buy that, chat. I think I need to watch some comparison videos on YouTube. Or just like physically go to a store to see. Alright, now we need our yellows. These ones are easy because I only have 2 yellows. Yeah, this is the right one. I'm actually almost out of this one, chat. We're going to buy a new one soon. I'm not going to fill up the left side. It's easy to blow through that yellow though because it is so transparent. You really do have to layer it. Yeah, that's our cadmium yellow hue. I don't quite understand what the hue means. I think they might have a breakdown of that on Blick's website. But I have long since forgotten entirely what it means. Alright, cobalt. This is ultramarine. So I actually have ultramarine also in the professional. So I don't think I'll end up buying more of this because I already have ultramarine. But right now, like, I still have it, so I'm just gonna use it. Might as well use it up since letting it sit around. And then Payne's Gray. Apparently, I use a lot of this. In the future, chat, I should probably teach myself to paint with less. This is almost like painting with black because it's very similar. And I just don't like, I like to use more Yeah, this is pretty much empty, chat. I like to use more color in my shadows than I did originally when I first started painting, which you guys will see when I show you my old work, kind of how I was with painting shadows. My watercolor teacher used to say I was scared of color. And then I showed up to one of her classes a couple years later with like, I think my hair was either purple or blue at that point. She's like, oh, you're not scared of color anymore. I'm like, no, I'm a changed woman. Okay, just try and get all of this out. Now I think I almost use too much color. It's like there is a balance. I mean, granted, there's no right or wrong. There's just preference. I think personally, my preference for my own style, I think I'm starting to use too much. But it really depends on the project. What would be kind of fun, chat, is to do a limited palette painting, because those are challenging and I've never done it before. But they look really hard and I like a challenge, so we're gonna force ourselves to do that at some point. We could have like a wheel I spin that picks the color, and then we just get like 2 colors to paint with, and then that's it. That'd be kind of crazy. Like, what if we only got like yellow and maybe like blue? That'd be kind of fun. That'd be interesting to see how that turned out. Also, I feel like I'd like to push myself even harder and make all the shadowed areas with the yellows, the warm tones, and then try and do the highlights in blue. That would look really whack because it would really trick your brain. It'd probably turn out looking weird, but I think it'd be low-key kind of fun. All right, I've officially made a really big mess. So the paint did flake off in here. Which I don't want getting hydrated with my paint as I mix it. Yeah, these reds look so same, like even in like my own eyes, they look the same. I don't remember them being that similar, but apparently they are. Alright, chat, let me get some fresh water and clean my hands. And we might play with some watercolors because I'm actually feeling like doing some watercolors. Alright, chat, we're back. I got fresh water. And I found a photo that I think I want to try and paint. Here's hoping that we can do this. It's gonna be a simple one. It's just like skyline, pretty much silhouetted background, and then a little bit of a barn roof there. So this should be pretty quick and easy. Knock on wood. Let me pull out the paper I put away earlier. How big do we want to do it, chat? I think we should do it small. Yeah, let's do it small. All right, let's do this thing. For some reason, watercolor paints smell a little bit like a wet dog. Chat, let me know if you've also experienced that. Like, am I crazy? Maybe it's just because, like, the water? I really don't know 100%. Just a little bit more, so looking straight down on it. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, chat. We are going to pretty much draw out with the watercolor paints what we're gonna be seeing here. I'm thinking, what if I should flip the camera? You guys aren't seeing everything upside down. Chat, let me flip this quick. Where's my mouse? Which screen? Here we go. Flip vertical. Alright, chat, this is gonna be more of a POV. Alright, we're gonna do very loose. I'm gonna grab this a little bit closer so you guys can see a little bit of my paint mixing. I think I'm gonna make a soft brown. We do have to be careful because we just mixed. I just put in like fresh paint and I really don't want to get those dirty. Alright, this is also a little bit different crop ratio. So we're gonna have to use our imagination to fit it in here a little bit. And then top of the roof down there. The edge to here. And then we're also getting pretty much in here, up the edge there. That's gonna be our bush line there, and then we have a tree that's kind of dotting in and out over here. Compositionally, I don't think this is the most appealing photo I've ever taken, but I think it'll be fine for today. And then we got some trees going on back here, which we need to make a little better separation than what's actually happening in the photo, because the trees in the far distance are the same darkness as the ones in the foreground, and so we have no way of knowing which is back further or closer. So we're gonna have to work on making that a little bit more clear. Also, chat, let's take this down to here and then extend this longer and have it end here. I didn't want it ending like splitting the page in half. And I'm also gonna draw it up a little bit more tall. Oh, I used way too much paint spray. Mistakes are made, chat. It's okay. This is gonna be really dark, so we can go in dark ahead of time. All right, there we go. And then the bush will come up the sides here. All right, I'm gonna go in first, and we're gonna do blue for the sky. I think I'm gonna use ultramarine. Yeah, let's do that. This feels better. Man, chat, I'm not used to working so watery. Since we were doing the gouache paints. Alright, just kind of wash that over there. And here. Now our sky is going to be our lightest light, so we don't have to worry too much about losing like highlights. Even our like darkest gray sections on the paneling here, the barn, it's going to be pretty dark compared to how bright the sky is and the clouds. So I'm not worrying too much about that. And then I'm just going to go through, wet my paper towel, and rub out a little where I want the clouds to be. I don't want those to be too bright either. And a little bit comes up over here. Alright, now let's darken up the foreground before we get into the back there. Alright, I'm gonna use my cheating green. I'm actually gonna mix it with this dirty color here that we had. I'm gonna grab a little bit of blue. A little bit more blue. That was a foreground tree, so it can be pretty dark. Just kind of like loosely scribble that in there. And then we're gonna make it a little bit more blue. And doing the sky over here. I'm just gonna try and tap in the branches looser. I know we struggled with that tree last time we did tree chat, so let's see if we can do better this time. The tree I did before was not ideal. Didn't look very tree-like. It felt very unnatural. I need to post those on my Instagram. I took like photo scans of them. Also, this is what I love about watercolor. You can take more pigment, chat, and you can tap it in while the paint's wet. And it gives you like these lovely, very organic gradients in any of your like shrubbery. And I've just like absolutely love doing that anytime I do watercolors. Especially with like the trees and stuff. I just like how natural they come out. Like the blends, especially as you keep layering. I just feel like you don't get that as much. Let's get a little more blue in here. A little bit of green. And a little bit more blue. I'm gonna layer up this bush a little bit here. It's being a little bit darker. To get into there. Alright, now I think we need to think a little bit about now, while it's still wet, I'm just taking like straight blue pigment and like working it into it. Chat, I missed watercolors. It's actually kind of fun, but like look how much these like lighter these are drying. So we definitely have a lot of like room that we can keep going as we work on this. All right, I'm gonna work on these background trees. I'm gonna mix actually a little bit of this phthalo with a wee bit of, I'm gonna do this warmer green here. These are gonna be some of our background trees down here. We'll play with these colors a little bit more as we go. Right now, I think that's what I want. All right, now let's go back to our more dirty blue greens and layer this in again. Yeah, we're just kind of like building up a little bit of depth with each layer. Grab a little bit more pigment. I think the one thing I've learned with like painting in watercolor is just to kind of like let it do its thing and not try to control it too much. And it seems to work out better that way. So I just need to like let it do its thing. I think I need to crop this actually when it's done because my original photo is like more landscape than tall. So chat, we're gonna kind of ignore some of this section because I want the finished part to look a bit more accurate. All right, so we're actually gonna have some like warm purpley tones going on here. Grab a little bit of this for the siding, and I'm gonna do it more colorful than what's there because we're gonna end up desaturating it later. And then it gets a little bit cooler as it heads into this part. Yeah, we can just blend this up. That looks nice. All right, we need to start thinking about the skyline. I think what I'm gonna do is paint out the top highlights of the clouds. Here's how I like to do that. This is not gonna be 100% accurate to how the clouds look because clouds are really organic, but we're gonna try and like capture some of the shape. Alright, so it kind of comes up like that. And there's a little spot here. And it flattens out a little bit. It's a little wispy on that end. And that's about it for the top. Now what you can do is flip your painting. And I'm just gonna let the pigment carry itself down with gravity. Right here. Probably should switch to a bigger brush now. It used to really stress me out with the watercolors, like I gotta work now. I make sure I get it like everything where it needs to be before it dries, but you can keep layering things and it doesn't matter. All right, so we kind of established the top parts of the clouds. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do some of these like mid-tones of the clouds, which are kind of warm, like orangey, peachy. Thinking we're gonna have to go really subtle with this. Look at these paints mixed up. A little bit, I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I'm gonna grab a little here. That one. Thin this out. All right. I think our orangiest zone is kind of in here. Kind of in there. Up in here. And then it gets more yellow right up into this top section. These back clouds here. We might even want to try doing, let's try and grab some straight yellow here. Alright, that's pretty subtle. It's honestly pretty hard for the camera to pick that up. Alright, so now we're gonna get a little bit more purple going here. And a little bit of blue. Let's tap this off. And there's this little cloud that's kind of like darker in shadow that's coming up here. that's in front of this cloud. It makes a really interesting shape. Bit like that, and then it gets more blue as we come further down on the horizon. The sun had set far enough that it was only touching like the top parts of the clouds. I think that's what's happening here. There we go. It's a little more purple with that blue. And kind of like what I did with the trees, I just kind of like drop in pigment. I try to encourage it to go in the shapes and directions that I'm seeing, but I'm not forcing it too much. All right, now we need to get really, really bold with our reds here, our reds and our oranges. I think I'm gonna make this a bit more vibrant than it was in the reference. This whole section in here needs a little bit darker. There we go. Face upwards into here. Alright, so this cloud is actually billowing over and then it's spreading up into this section. The light's getting blocked. Painting clouds almost feels like painting mountains, really. Alright, so we got that there. And then let's use this tone to kind of blend that edge back into the other one. Alright, chat, I think it's working. Let me squint my eyes and see. I think we can make the sky a little bit darker. I think we want to make that a little bit more blue. I'm torn. I kind of want to add... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Like, I just went for it, chat. Like, I kind of want to use the phthalo blue. I really like using it on skies. I feel like it just adds that nice, like, sharp blue to it. Looks like our clouds are starting to look a little bit nicer too. So we're defining the shapes a bit here. All right, I'm just gonna make this section down here a little bit darker because we're about to go in and do a little bit more on our tree line there. Just gonna tap in some more of these undersections of this cloud in the foreground here. Then it kind of all blends together down here. All right, let's also kind of outline this roof section a little bit here. I'm gonna use a warmer dark purple reddish color because I want it to contrast with the background to the underside of this roof. Alright. Trying to be a little bit more careful now. So we're going to be defining more of this edge. Making it a little bit more exact. Okay. Try, let me just remind you, this is what our reference looks like. You guys can see what I'm doing. Watercolors are really, honestly, pretty forgiving. And then I'm just gonna hit ultramarine, a little bit stronger pigment. And I just wanna draw along that edge, just so we get a little more variation where it overlaps. And then into there. Alright, let's just soften a tiny bit of the edge here. Not too much. that seems good. Now, I think for the roof, it's actually a warmer, like red. Alright, so I think what I want to do, chat, is actually add a little bit of texture, because the like metal paneling in one section is going vertically and then it's like horizontal, and oops, let's knock that over in the other one. So I kind of like that little texture. Kind of make it a little bit warmer than it is. Alright, so it kind of like ends here. I know I shouldn't be going into details too much yet, but I do want to add just a little bit. I'm just going to indicate these lines a little bit. Not quite as detailed as it is for real, but I do want to kind of like indicate just a little bit of that line detail on the siding. Okay, not bad. Also, what time is it, chat? Bro, it's going on 5. We'll go in a hot minute. Well, we didn't work too hard in the beginning. We're just mixing paints. That's probably why it feels a little bit like I haven't been streaming as long. All right. We're gonna let that dry all the way before we try and do anything over top of it. So we do not want to accidentally lift that. All right, so we need to darken the trees a lot in the foreground. I also need to stop sitting on my foot because it's fallen asleep. I'm just gonna go straight. I'm gonna go straight blue here, and then we're gonna work on adding a little green variation into it. I think I'll make it a little warmer as it comes to the edge. But towards the middle, I'm going to keep it pretty cool. It's been so long since I painted watercolors. This feels like really nostalgic for some reason. I feel like anytime I paint like foliage, I start thinking of like my very first watercolor classes, because I did a lot of like landscape ones at those. She let us like pick our own like reference images. Although she like guided us as to like what makes a good reference image, which was really nice. And then we got to like paint our own things, which was really fun. And so I did a lot of paintings that were like landscape photos that I took either like around here or places I visited, because I was into photography a lot more back then. So I had like a crap ton of pictures. And so I painted a lot of those, but I did a lot of trees, a lot of bushes, lots of greens. So jetzt habe ich Zeit zu schreiben. Oh, sehr gut. So I'm gonna try, ich versichere jetzt auf Deutsch zu sprechen. I'm gonna try now, guys, to speak in German. Weil ich muss ein bisschen diese Woche mein Deutsch üben, because I need to practice my German a little bit this week. Because I haven't done any practice. Also ich habe ein bisschen wie sagt man, auf Flugzeug? Also when I was on the airplane, habe ich Easy German zugehört. The Easy German Podcast. Also habe ich ein bisschen Deutsch diese Woche gehört, aber ich habe noch nicht jetzt diese Woche Deutsch gesprochen. I listened to a little German on the airplane, like the Easy German Podcast this week, guys, but I didn't speak any German yet this week, so I gotta make sure I get in like a full practice. Alright, this seems pretty good. We're getting darker. Let's do this one over here now. This one I'm gonna warm up with a little bit of this yellow I have here. Let's put a little, mix a little bit of red with this actually. Also, Gecko, wie geht es dir? Hast du ein schönes Woche gehabt? Ich glaube, das ist richtig. I'm trying to like, again, it's like the simple things I struggle saying, guys. I just like want to ask like, oh, did you have a nice week? Also, ja, das ist ziemlich schwer für mich. Ich glaube, ich versuche zu oft direkt Englisch zu Deutsch zu übersetzen. Also in meinem Kopf denke ich auf Englisch und dann versuche ich dieselbe Satz auf Deutsch zu sagen. Und manchmal passt das nicht so gut. Also es gibt andere Wege, glaube ich, auf Deutsch was Ähnliches zu sagen, aber es ist nicht Wert zu Wert derselbe. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's not word for word the same, and that's where I struggle. Like I want to say it, but I'm not sure what's the best way. Oh, my phone's falling asleep. Also, my leg is pretty much completely asleep. Chat, I should not have sat like that. This is actually turning out really pretty. Oh, my leg. I feel like artists are known for sitting in really poor positions. Because, like, you get focused, you know? Alright, I think we need to add more green back to this. Like a little branch that comes up here. And then a little one that comes down here. There's a little more blue. Oh no, ein echt schönes Bild. Danke, Gecko. Ja, ich habe vor ein paar Wochen dieses Foto gemacht. Und die Wolken waren so schön. Ich dachte, ah, das sollte ich unbedingt malen auf Stream. Also, heute machen wir das jetzt. Yeah, chat, when I took this picture, I was like, these clouds are so pretty. I should paint this on stream. And we're doing it. Oh, my leg is starting to wake up. It's like pins and needles. Ah, that hurts. It doesn't really hurt, it just feels funny, you know what I mean? Alright, let's do these background trees just a little bit more. I'm gonna mix a little bit more of this and a little bit of that. And maybe a little red? I think it's a little purple. I think I may have made that too dark, but you know what we're gonna do, chat? We are going to, I'm gonna wet my brush and then I'm gonna drag the pigment downward to kind of like gradiate it here. There we go. So it doesn't look too strong. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. This little tree comes up here a bit more. A bit more in the distance. Alright, things are starting to feel more balanced since I'm getting the foreground dark enough. I still think we can go darker though, chat. Let's push it really far. I'm gonna start mixing a bit of red with our green to desaturate it and darken it a little bit. A little more. That's pretty dark. There we go. Verfolgst du die Fußball-Weltmeisterschaft ein bisschen? die ist ja in den USA momentan. Morgen spielt Deutschland. Ja, also ich habe gestern Südkorea und Mexiko geschaut und also ich bin nicht ein großer Fußballfan, aber dieses Jahr will ich ein bisschen mehr über es lernen und ja, so ich glaube, ich bekomme langsam ein Fan von Fußball. Es macht Spaß zu schauen, besonders mit anderen Leuten. Also, yeah. Hold up, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Hold on, let me switch to English quick, chat. I have been watching, I've been keeping up with like who's playing, but I haven't watched every game. I watched a little of, oh, I can't remember who was playing. I watched like the opening ceremony though, because there's that Italian like opera singer. I like his music, and he sang in one of the openings with the one lady who did the like music, not the music, but she was like one of the voices for the singers in K-pop Demon Hunters. So I follow her as well, and they like sang a song together. So I watched that one. But I did see that Germany was gonna be playing. But I thought, no, wait, you said, oh yeah, tomorrow. So I need to watch, ich muss unbedingt morgen Deutschland sehen. Also, mit wem spielt Deutschland morgen? Ich glaube, ich habe gehört, oh nein, heute spielt USA mit Australia. Wie sagt man das auf Deutsch? Australia? I just want to say it like in an English accent. Das klingt ein bisschen komisch. Also, yeah, today I think it's the USA and Australia who are playing against each other. But yeah, guys, I'm slowly getting into soccer. I just want to call it football though. Like, because like in all the languages I'm learning, they call soccer football. And like the only other language I know is like, that calls it soccer is just English. So it just feels weird to say. It feels weird to say soccer now. Also ich lerne auch Spanisch und ja, auf Spanisch ist das Football und dann auf Deutsch Fußball. So für mich macht mehr Sinn, Fußball zu sagen. Ich schaue auch nur manche Spiele, aber die von Deutschland schaue ich natürlich alle. Ah, sehr gut. Morgen spielt Deutschland gegen Elfenbeinküste, Ivory Coast. Oh, ist das ein Team aus Ireland? Oder vielleicht habe ich falsch. It looked like the flag. Wie sagt man Flag auf Deutsch? Ist es Fahne? Es sieht aus wie die Flag von Ireland. I should definitely watch that one. I'm like finding out, chat, that I don't know very much. Flag in German is Flagge oder Fahne. Okay, was benutzt man am meisten aber? Hört man mehr oft Flagge oder Fahne? Ich will die benutzen, die am meisten benutzt in täglich gesprochenes Deutsch. So, dann werde ich nicht klingen, als ob ich mit Dictionary Deutsch gelernt hat. I'm always trying to like, I want to sound natural. Although my pronunciation's still pretty meh, so I feel like people are gonna know that it's not my native language. I'm trying, chat. Okay, let's think. I think we need to shade the clouds in the highlight sections a little more. Let's grab some yellow. Okay, bad news. My water is... Chat, don't do this at home, but I'm gonna use water on my water bottle. Because my water is dirty. It's got green mixed in it, so I can't get like a clean yellow here. Almost got it. Okay, we got it. We got a clean yellow mix. It's only a little green. Let's see. Elfenbeinküste ist ein Land in Afrika. Oh, aber die Flagge sieht tatsächlich aus wie von Ireland. Ah, also ja, deswegen hatte ich sie verwechselt. Ich denke, man sagt auf der Fahne. Flagge sagt man eher, wenn man es um Länder geht. Ansonsten sagt man Fahne. Ah, danke, Gecko. Oh, welcome back, The Wind. I think my computer's a bit better. Let's go. Yo, I hope your computer continues to work. Nothing's worse than when your computer's kaput. Oh, that's a kind of like interesting thing, Gecko. I don't know if like it's just a Pennsylvania thing, but like we use kaput actually very often. Like sometimes I forget that that's like actually like German, but we use it pretty often. Like I hear my mom use it. I probably picked it up from her the most. And I think even my grandmother uses that too. Kaputt. Ja, also ich glaube, die Englischsprechende, sie lieben wie kaputt klingt. Also kaputt irgendwann klingt ein bisschen komisch und es macht Spaß zu sagen. For some reason, like kaputt's fun to say, guys. I don't know why. There's something about the word. It's kind of fun to say. I'm scared to push the clouds too far. I'm worried like I'm gonna lose the highlights. But I think we need to be a little more brave. We gotta be brave, chat. Yeah, it's already 5. Alright, let's do a little more like mid-tone shading with this soft reddish color here. Just a little bit more depth variety here. And I think I'm just gonna grab a little bit of yellow. It did not pick up. There we go. I think we need to do a little bit more shading on this one here. Let's do... Oh, that's too much paint. Maybe I need to do more like reds. A little too much orange. It's not always 100% what I'm seeing. Grab this. Actually, this whole section here is darker. So I think we need to put that in. And then the bluish part. Because even like the highlight sections on this part of the cloud is actually darker. Alright, so now we need more blue, more purple. We already got some mixed. We're good to go. A little more purple here. Warm it up. Oh, that was probably a bit too much. Mistakes are made, chap. Let's just tap that out a little bit. I'm just gonna, on the underside here, just do a little bit more dark in the clouds. And a little bit here. Blend that into there. I probably should have kept that a little bit more blue. Oh, chat, I made a mistake. Let me rub this out. Hopefully this doesn't hurt the paper too much. There we go. Wie geht es dir? Ich habe gesehen, dass du Deutsch sprichst und ich wusste nicht, ob Deutsch deine Muttersprache... Oh, ob The Wind spricht Deutsch? Also... Mir geht es gut, dank an dir. Der Deutsch ist tatsächlich... The Wind spricht... The Wind, do you speak German too? Da, da, da. That would actually be really crazy. Alright, chat. I made some mistakes. I made it a little too dark here. We're gonna figure out how you can write and read it. Yo, that's awesome. Also, not speak Sally. Ja, eigentlich ich auch. The Wind. Ist das der Wind? ich weiß nicht, welcher Artikel ich benutzen soll. Das ist doch super. Also, The Wind, kannst du mein schlechtes Deutsch verstehen? Ja, der Wind, danke Gecko. Ja, ich habe den richtigen Artikel benutzt, aber glaube ich habe gerade nicht die richtigen Endungen benutzt, wenn ich das gesagt habe. Aber der Wind, das habe ich richtig erinnert. I had no idea the wind. That's awesome. So the wind can like, I don't know, like my spoken German's pretty bad, so I don't know if you can understand. Would it be better if I spoke to you in English, or would it be alright if I spoke to you in German? Then I don't have to keep switching between the two. Alright, so there's like a fence here. Little panel there. And then there's another one here. Doo-doo. 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 And then more fence right there. Again, I think I'm gonna crop it. Yes, please. Also, 1 second. Okay, you're good. Also, I forgot what I asked. Did I say? Chat. I cannot. I need to lock it in. I forgot if I asked. Which way did I ask? What if... Alright. Let me ask one question. Is it okay if I speak in German to both of you? Not me totally forgetting what I asked you to begin with. Oh, chat. Good thing it's Friday. My head is not with it. Alright, how much further do I want to take this? I don't know. I'm not sure. Mirke ist gut. Leider ist Englisch zwar meine Muttersprache, aber ich lerne gerade Deutsch lesen und schreiben. Ja, The Wind, das ist so cool. Also, wie lange lernst du Deutsch? Ihr geschriebenes Deutsch ist viel besser als mein. Also, ich kann Deutsch gar nicht schreiben. Also, mein geschriebenes Deutsch ist so schlecht. Ich war ein bisschen besser vor ein paar Jahren, aber jetzt höre ich nur Podcasts zu und YouTube-Videos schauen. Also ist mein geschriebenes Deutsch sehr schlecht geworden. Aber ja, ich bin gespannt, mit euch alle Deutsch zu reden und sprechen. Echt jetzt? Jetzt habe ich schon 2 Schüler. Ja, also Gecko ist bestimmt ein Lehrer geworden, unser Deutschlehrer geworden. Also wenn ich auf Twitch stream endlich, dann bekommst du unbedingt ein besonderes Titel. Also du kannst Deutschlehrer sein. We need to do that, chat, because it'd be fun to have like special titles for people in chat. Okay, I kind of want to go in with a little bit of blue. So ein bisschen mehr Blau hier. Und hier ist wieder ein bisschen dunkel. Aber was für eine Ehre, danke. Also du hast mir so viel geholfen, Gecko. Also das ist die wenigste, was ich für dich tun kann. Also ja. Jetzt habe ich nicht so viel Angst, Deutsch zu sprechen, und ich hatte nie geglaubt, dass das dieses Tag kommen werde, und dann ich endlich, I don't know, Deutsch sprechen können und nicht so viel Angst haben. Ja, das wird sehr, 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 sehr viel geholfen, um mein Deutsch zu verbessern. Und es ist nur ein paar, also es ist ein Monat, seit ich angefangen habe, Deutsch mit ihr zu reden. Ja, es ist nur ein Monat. Also ich glaube, ich habe einen großen Fortschritt gemacht in einer sehr kurzen Zeit. Also jetzt, dass ich zu Hause bin, glaube ich, werde ich endlich vielleicht ein paar Sprachenlernen-Streams machen. Am Wochenende vielleicht. Ja, das freut mich, mache ich sehr gern. Ja, das wäre Spaß, wenn ich vielleicht ein paar Sprachenlernen-Streams machen können. Und dann vielleicht kann ich meine Grammatik verbessern. Ja, du hast tatsächlich große Fortschritte gemacht in der Zeit. Kannst du stolz drauf sein? Danke, Gecko. Ja, Emma, I vote that you should promote Gecko to mod. Honestly, yes. I don't know how to do that. I need to figure that out. My brother, I think he'll know how to do that. Yeah, because Gecko, you're always here too, which is very helpful. Okay, chat. I kind of want to cut this painting in two. Not in two. Not 100% in two. Also, I want to crop it ein bisschen hier. Also, jetzt verwechsel ich mein Deutsch und Englisch zusammen. Und das klingt nicht so gut. Also, ja, das sieht besser aus. Das sieht wie das Foto jetzt. Also, das Papier hier ist ein bisschen zu lang auf dieser Seite. So, hier ist das Foto. Und ich habe zu viel hier und oh nein, es wird so schwer zu erklären, was ich jetzt mache auf Deutsch. Also jetzt wechsle ich zurück zu Englisch. Also guys, I'm gonna cut off the bottom here because it's not the right ratio compared to the reference photo. And I like left this weird section here, so we're just gonna cut it off. Ja. Das ist sehr, sehr lieb von dir, danke. Aber mal zu sein wäre mir, glaube ich, zu viel Verantwortung. Oh, das ist alles okay, Gecko. Zumal ich nicht jedes einzelne Mal hier sein kann, ich bleibe lieber Zuschauer. Das ist alles ist in Ordnung, Gecko. Wow, du hast, oh my gosh, my German, I can't read, guys. Wow, du hast dem Foto echt Leben eingehaucht. Oh, danke, Gecko. Ich glaube, ich habe noch nie eingehaucht zuvor gehört. Also, was ist die Übersetzung für dieses Wort auf Englisch? But yeah, let me answer in English, Gecko, because apparently my German's getting broken at this point. But no worries. No worries. I won't make you mod against your will. All good. All right, we're gonna just like quickly draw a little guideline, I think. And then we're gonna cut this relatively straight. Actually, hold up, chat. What if I'm gonna try to use my palette knife to just leave an indentation instead of, yeah, that's better than trying to draw. Etwas Leben einhauchen, to breathe life into something. Oh, das ist sehr schön. Ja, ich werde dieses einhauchen. Yeah, I'm gonna add that to like my, how do I say, like, add it to my vocabulary list? Weiß nicht. Ich muss es zu meiner Vocab-Liste hinzufügen? I don't know. Wie sagt man das? But I'm gonna add it. Ja, das klingt echt schön. Einhauchen, to breathe life into something. Ich liebe, wie das auch auf Englisch klingt. Also, to breathe life into something. Irgendwann, es klingt ein bisschen poetisch. I don't know. It sounds poetic. Okay, that looks better cut. Ist nicht böse gemeint, aber ich genieße es total, hier Zuschauer zu sein und ich möchte nicht, dass sich das ändert. Oh, das ist gut, Gecko. No, I totally get it. I also would not want to be a mod. I'm not like I'm not like that kind of personality. So if I'm not streaming and if I'm watching something or like somebody, I very rarely even use like the chat because I'm kind of like a little bit of a lurker. So I totally get it. I think it's nice when you can just like enjoy something. You don't feel like, you know, you have to be like too tied into it. I totally get that. Haben Sie the Black Phone gesehen? Ist das ein neues Film? Es klingt wie ein Horrorfilm. Ein bisschen mehr rot. Also das Baum hier muss ein bisschen dunkler sein, glaube ich. Und dann here, oh, we need to make chat. Where's my other paintbrush? Let's use this one. This needs to be darker. Let's do looking at it on my monitor chat, I think we need to do a little wash of blue. I'm also gonna wash over this section here as well in the sky. I just want to blend it a little bit. We have to be careful though, because if we pick up too much of the paint, oh, that looks good. It's actually working. Okay, cool. But the clouds here now need a little bit more readjusting. I think what we actually need to do is mix more of this blue into all of this. Because we have to remember that like the sky is reflecting into the shadow areas. So I gotta use a little bit more here. Hold up, chat. I want to read about this film too. Let me see what you guys are talking about. 20 zweilige Filmreihe an Film. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up too. Okay, that's a little bit better, but the problem here's what I'm seeing, chat. I think I made it almost too dark here. I shouldn't probably use this brush to lift it. I'm just gonna dab it a little bit. Just a wee bit here. Do 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 do. For some reason that melody always gets stuck in my head, even when it's not playing. All right, chat. I think this is all I got in me. This doesn't have to be perfect. This was just for fun, since we spent all that time, you know, like setting up this palette. We might as well actually paint something, you know? I do want to go through just with a little bit of like purple, and I'm gonna outline just some of these edges here. So it just feels like the background and this part are kind of like linked up. Oh, it's a horror film. See, I don't know if I can do a horror film, guys. I wish I did, because there are a lot of horror films that are like really well filmed, you know? But I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it. I need to sleep at night. Alright, chat. I think... Alright, there's one thing I do want to fix. I just can't put it down just yet. The dark clouds actually stretch up here a little bit more. And then we need to darken. Let's mix a little bit here. Alright, then we're gonna make it a little darker here. But I'm gonna use this warm shade. Just outline a little bit, because we're kind of like seeing a bit of the roof. Oh, chat, you know what's wrong? Looking at the monitor. Von dem Bild kriege ich gute Laune. Ah, sehr gut. Das freut mich. Also, ich glaube, dieser Ort hier und diese Gebäude, es muss ein bisschen dunkel sein. Es ist immer noch zu hell. Also, if you squint your eyes, es ist so hell wie der Himmel. Also, Himmel und Gebäude sind derselbe. Also, das hier muss ein bisschen dunkel sein, weil es in die Schatten liegt. Also die Sonne reicht nicht hier und nur auf die Wolken. Also, um es ein bisschen mehr realistisch zu sein, muss es jetzt dunkel sein. Alright, a little bit of water. Fair amount of blue pigment. Let me take a look at the reference here. I'm just gonna gently brush that in. Just gently. I know that looks pretty dark now, chat, but I think it's gonna be okay. This is me giving myself reassurance. But it's gotta be darker. Oh yeah, that feels better. Now I feel like ich habe die Melodie manchmal auch im Kopf. Das ist sehr lustig. Also, ich muss das zu meinem Bruder erzählen, weil das wird ihn bestimmt glücklich machen. Ja, er versucht immer gute Melodien zu schreiben. Ich weiß nicht, wie man das Plural sagt, aber ja, das würde er sehr gern hören. I'm gonna go now because my computer is being terrible again. No, well, the wind, thank you so much for stopping by. Also, super awesome that you can like, I'd say you speak German at this point. Like your written German is amazing. But thank you for stopping by. Maybe I'll catch you again. Maybe I'll catch you again next week. Melodien ist richtig. Oh, danke, Gecko. Also, Stream ist fast zu Ende, also du wirst fast nichts verpassen, the wind. So, don't worry. Stream's almost over. I think we just need to make the trees here a little bit darker. Alright, we're gonna use a little bit of this. And the trees actually come up higher in the reference here. And that's why the side of the barn looks darker. Because the sky's not behind it. The trees are. And that's why I did wrong. See here, chat? In the reference, see how like the trees come right up to the edge there of the barn? That's why I did wrong. I do think I'm just gonna keep it like faded though, down into here. And then I'm actually gonna do like a little of this red and purple to do the darkest darks of this tree here to help me set it forward from the background ones here. Ein bisschen, oh my gosh. Ich weiß nicht, was schlechter ist, mein Deutsch oder mein Englisch jetzt. Also beides ist schlecht geworden, irgendwann. vor ein paar Tagen habe ich weiß nicht, was ich in dieser Zeit mache. Also, ja, vielleicht war es, während ich Sport mache. Ich denke sehr viel über verschiedene Sachen, also wenn ich Sport mache, weil ich habe nichts anderes zu tun als denken. Und ich habe gedacht, wie schön es ist, eine Fremdsprache zu lernen. Also wenn ich in die Vergangenheit gehen konnte und etwas zu mir sagen konnte, werde ich unbedingt mehr erzählen. Aber du hast sehr gut gemacht. Also gebe nicht auf, eine Fremdsprache zu lernen. Also ich werde... Lass mich ein bisschen auf... Nein, ich werde versuchen, auf Deutsch diese Sache zu erklären, weil es ist die ganze Ziel, dass ich endlich das machen kann. Also ja, es ist so schön, das werde ich zu mir sagen und es ändert deinen Kopf ein bisschen. Also ich glaube, du wirst ein bisschen mehr, wie sagt man das? Du verstehst besser, wie es für andere fühlt, wenn sie nicht ihre erste Sprache sprechen muss. Also wenn sie nicht Muttersprachlerin bin und müssen zu dir auf diesem Fall auf Englisch. Also hier in den USA spricht nicht so viele Leute anderen Sprachen. Also wir fast alle sprechen Englisch. Also nicht, dass es gibt nicht Leute, die andere Sprachen sprechen können, aber es wird erwartet, dass man Englisch spricht hier. Und für mich ist das ein bisschen traurig. Ich wünsche, dass wir hier in den USA mehr Spanisch spricht, also es wäre auch gut, wenn wir ein bisschen Chinesisch sprechen könnten. Also es gibt so viele verschiedene Leute von verschiedenen Ländern, die hier in den USA lebt und wir wissen eigentlich gar nichts über ihre Sprachen, ihre Muttersprache. Also ja, irgendwann es ändert dein Kopf und du verstehst besser, wie schwer es ist, eine Sprache zu lernen und ja, you become, wie sagt man das? You're more patient with people. Du hast ein besseres Verständnis. Eine Fremdsprache zu lernen ist ganz hervorragend. Es ist wie Sport für das Gehirn. Ja, das stimmt. Und trägt dazu bei, dass man die Welt und die Menschen darin besser kennenlernt. Ja, und für mich, das ist sehr wichtig, weil ich lerne sehr gern über mentale Gesundheit. Und ich glaube, wenn ich andere Sprachen mit anderen Leuten sprechen können, die ihre Muttersprache ist, dann habe ich eine bessere Chance, ihre echten Gefühle und Art, wie so eine Person ist, kennenzulernen, weil ich glaube, man ist immer mehr gemütlich und nicht immer. Also wenn du sehr gut in eine andere Sprache sprechen kannst, dann das ist sehr gut. Aber meistens glaube ich, also für mich auch, es ist immer noch schwer, meine echten Gefühle oder Ideen zu erklären zueinander auf Deutsch. Also wenn ich denke, diese Leute, die nicht so gut Englisch können, wie ich auf Deutsch jetzt kann, versuchen mit mir zu sprechen und kennenzulernen. Es wäre unbedingt sehr, ich glaube, ein bisschen stressig zuerst, aber schwer, ihre echte Version von sich selbst zu anderen zeigen, wenn du nicht richtig erklären kannst, die Sachen, die du erklären willst. Ich weiß nicht, ob das Sinn macht, aber ja, ich bin so froh, dass ich Deutsch gelernt habe und dass ich weitere andere Sprachen lerne immer noch. Also ich lerne Spanisch und ich lerne auch Japanisch. Ja, hoffentlich habe ich das richtig erklärt und auch richtig ausgesprochen. Meine ausspreche. Meine Pronunciation ist immer noch sehr schlecht, aber ja. Mentale Gesundheit ist ein sehr wichtiges Thema. Ich gebe mir immer Mühe, gut, freundlich und positiv zu meinen Mitmenschen zu sein. Deswegen finde ich es toll, dass du Sprachen lernst. Also ja, ich kann sehr gut sehen, dass du auf mentale Gesundheit sehr aufmerksam sind, Gecko. Also du bist immer freundlich und you're very like encouraging. Du ermutigst, glaube ich, das ist die richtige Art, das zu sehen. Du ermutigst andere immer glücklicher zu sein und die Sachen, die sie lieben, weiter zu machen. Yeah, Gecko, you're very positive and nice to everyone in chat. It's also really nice. There's so many times where you've said like you want to make sure that like you translate some of the things you're saying so you don't feel like you're being rude to others. And I just think that's really nice of you. But then I was like, no, don't do that because I'm selfish and I want to learn. Ich will immer nach Deutsch lernen, also habe ich gesagt, nein, du musst auf Deutsch schreiben. Ja, aber ja, Chat, wenn Sie die Zeit haben, also lernt bitte eine andere Sprache. Es ist nicht wichtig, was Fremdsprache du lernst, aber fangt an, einfach eine Sprache zu lernen und es wird ganz bestimmt dein Leben ändern für die Gute. Danke, freut mich, dass man das merkt. Das ist mein bescheidener Beitrag dazu, die Welt vielleicht ein kleines bisschen besser zu machen. Und du machst das mit deinen tollen Streams auch. Oh, danke, Gecko. Ja, das ist sehr nett von dir. Ich hoffe auch, dass ich ein bisschen, wie sagt man das? Ich will auch andere Leute ein bisschen glücklicher machen mit meinen Streams. Ich glaube, Kunst ist ein sehr schönes Weg, Glück zu zeigen zu anderen Leuten. Aber wenn ich mit euch spreche und anderen Menschen im Chat über Sachen, die sie lieben, also Kunst oder sowas, was sie in ihrem Alltag machen, dann das freut mich auch. Und ich glaube, die Menschen mögen das auch, dass sie über ihre eigene Leben sprechen können. Yeah, I feel like I'm going a little bit of rant chat, but it's just really important. I don't know, if it makes sense. Das denke ich auch. Kunst bringt ganz unterschiedliche Menschen zusammen. Ja, Kunst und Musik, glaube ich, sind die zwei Sachen, die ich unbedingt liebe und glaube, sie sind, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, music and art is like something we can all understand, even if we don't speak like the same language or come from the same places. And I think that's why like music and art are just like such beautiful things. Yeah. Alright, chat, I think we're gonna sign this one and call it done. I'm gonna hide my signature this time with a little bit of red paint. Also, I need a drink of water. Yeah, my like long language rant is like dried my throat out. Okay, we're hydrated. Let's sign this thing. Alright, we gotta fit it in, which is the hard part. And then I'll give you guys like a close-up look at it. Das Bild gefällt mir super, es ist echt toll geworden. Danke, Gecko. Also am Anfang hatte ich Angst. Also es ist eine lange Zeit, seit ich Wasserfarben benutzt habe. Also es ist nicht schlecht. Aber ich wünsche, ich hätte nicht so dieser Ort hier. Ich habe es zu dunkel gemacht, glaube ich. Also es gibt immer, there's always something that like I do wrong. There's always one mistake. Aber danke. Ich bin meine größte Kritik, glaube ich. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, chat, I drew that way too high. Oh no. Jetzt habe ich eine andere Fehler gemacht. Also, ich kann meine letzte Name hier unter... Vielleicht... Ja, das wäre okay. How do I draw? Oh no. Why did I draw the C backwards? Chat, it's not easy being dyslexic. Alright, no one's gonna notice it. Alright, chat. Here's a little close-up. I think we can make this fence darker. We could leave it though. Not too bad. First watercolor in a hot minute. Not too shabby. Let's put this fence back in, but I think I accidentally drew it too. I need to straighten it out a little bit. Alright, chat. I think it's time for me to go get some dinner. I'm starting to get hungry. Ich habe jetzt Hunger. Ich will endlich Abendessen essen. Alright, chat, we did it. Let's see if I can end this stream off in German. Let's see if I can do it. We're trying like alles zusammenfassen. Also wir haben meine Gouache Paints gemischt am Anfang. Dann haben wir meine Watercolor Palette gewascht. Also wir haben es sauber gemacht. Ich muss das auf einfache Weise erklären. Dann haben wir dieses schönes kleines Bild gemalt von den Wolken im Sonnenuntergang. Und wir haben herausgefunden, dass The Wind auch Deutsch sprechen kann und schreiben kann. Und das ist sehr cool. Also jetzt haben wir uns 3 auf Deutsch gequatscht. I think that's how man sagt das. Also, gewaschen. Danke, Gecko. Immer noch, du hilfst mir so sehr. Also ja, wir haben sehr viel heute gemacht. Es war ein sehr langer Stream. Ich glaube, es ist fast 4 Stunden. Ist das richtig? Also 3,5 Stunden ist wahrscheinlich, wie lange ich eigentlich gestreamt habe. Aber sehr lang. Und ich glaube, wir werden nächste Woche wieder zurück sein. Wir werden auf die Hunde im die Rücksichtbank Spiegel, wie sagt man das? Like the rear view mirror dog painting. We're gonna work on that again. Also ja. Ja, es war sehr witzig und ergiebig heute. Das freut mich sehr. Ich hatte gedacht, dass heute Stream ein bisschen langsam werde sein, weil ich nur also Paints mischen und sowas. Aber ich glaube, es hat richtig Spaß gemacht. Besonders am Ende, weil ich mehr mit euch Deutsch sprechen können. Ja, es ist sehr cool, dass The Wind also auch Deutsch spricht. Das ist sehr cool, das wusste ich nicht. Also jetzt haben wir 2 Menschen, die mit mir auf Deutsch sprechen können. Und du kannst uns hier zum weiterhelfen. Ja, hat echt viel Spaß gemacht heute. Ja, also ja, wir werden wieder nächste Woche hier sein und wir streamen weiter. Ich weiß nicht genau, was wir machen oder malen, aber wir machen etwas Kreatives bestimmt, ganz bestimmt. Also, guys, it's been real. We saw, we came, we conquered, as I like to say with my best friend and cousin. Shout out to Sarah. And we're gonna be back next week. Gecko, again, it was fun. Thank you everybody else for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye everyone. Bis nächstes Mal.